Hi everyone, it's Sandy and today I'm doing my November book haul. I purchased quite a lot of books this month. I have a package from Book Outlet that I will be unboxing at the end of the video, so for now I'll be showing the books that I bought at the very beginning of the month. The first book that I bought is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. I wasn't the biggest fan of the Grisha trilogy, but after hearing synopsis of this book and how much everyone has been really loving this book, I had to pick it up, and I was at Half Price Books. I had a 40% off coupon, and this book was already on sale. It was 20% off, and then I got an additional 40% off, so this book was like $10. Also, one of the main reasons why I really wanted to buy this book was because of the black stained pages. The black stained pages is only like a limited edition thing, so I really wanted to get my hands on it before they weren't selling it anymore, and this sticker really bothers me, so I'm going to rip it off. Hopefully it rips off nicely. Yes! I love it when a sticker comes off really nice and clean. And then there's also one on the back, which I'm going to take off. Does anyone else have to do that? Like, if there's a sticker on the book, I have to take it off. Even if it's like really difficult to take off, I just have to take it off. Yay! Perfect! I don't know much about this book, but I know that there are 6 characters and they have to complete this impossible heist where they have to break into this prison, I think, and retrieve a prisoner or something like that. I don't know, I may be really wrong. I am very excited to read this after hearing so many great things about it. The next book that I got is November 9 by Colleen Hoover. I love Colleen Hoover. You guys know how much I love Colleen Hoover. I will always buy whatever book she publishes, and this one is the latest book that she's written. This book follows 2 people, Fallon and Ben. Fallon is having dinner with her father one day, and she's planning to move across the country. That is where she meets Ben, who is an aspiring novelist. They end up spending the rest of the day together, and by the end of the day they make this agreement where they plan to meet each other on this day, which is November 9, every year for several years. That's pretty much all I'm going to say about this book. I highly recommend you go into this book without knowing much about it. I actually filmed a book review for this book, and I will most likely post it after this video has been uploaded, so stay tuned for that. And the next book is one that I have been anticipating for a really long time, and I'm sure you guys know what it is, and that book is Winter by Marissa Meyer. Oh my god, this book. I'll talk more about it in my wrap-up, but I loved it. This is the 4th and final book in the Lunar Chronicles. It's 827 pages, but the pages are super thin, and when I was reading this, I turned the page really slowly because I was scared if I flip through it really fast, it's going to just rip. I actually really like how thin the pages are because it makes the book easier to read because it's not as big. If you have not read the Lunar Chronicles, I highly recommend you do so. The whole series is basically fairy tale retellings. The first book, you're introduced to Cinder, who is Cinderella. The second book, you're introduced to Scarlet, who is Little Red Riding Hood. The third book, you're introduced to Cress, who is Rapunzel. And in this book, you're introduced to Winter, who is Snow White. Now I'm going to be opening this package. I'm gonna flip it over and open it this way because that's where the book is showing the cover. So this book is End of Days by Susan E. This is the 3rd book in the Penryn and the End of Days trilogy. I have been wanting to get the last book for a really long time, and then I didn't do it until now. This book was like $5 to $6 on Amazon, so I just had to buy it. It's been a really long time since I've been in this world, so I'm not that interested in reading this book right away, but I do really want to finish this trilogy since this is the last book and I've read the first 2. Now we're gonna open the Book Outlet package. I am so excited. My main reason for placing this order was because there was one book that I really wanted, and then there were other books that I kind of wanted, so I just decided to place the order, and this is the result. I have 5 books in here, I believe. Okay. As usual, Book Outlet has all this paper. I'm going to set this box down and proceed to show you guys what I bought. The first book that I bought is The Bone Season by Samantha Shannon. This book was only $3 for a hardcover. I remember watching a review of this book once. I can't really remember what it's about now, but at that time I remember being really interested in this book. I do know that it takes place in the future and it has to do with powers. I'm all for books that has to do with powers. I hope I really enjoy this book. The next book that I bought is Dream a Little Dream by Kirsten Gier. This cover is so beautiful. That's like the first thing that I noticed when I took it out of the box. The back is like silver, the spine is silver. Oh my god, A+ book cover. This book follows a girl named Liv who has been experiencing some really weird dreams lately where there are 4 boys, and these 4 boys happen to be students at her new school that she recently moved to. These boys in her dreams seem to know things about her that they can't possibly know unless they know her in real life, which they don't until now. That sounds really interesting. Kirsten Gier is the author of the Ruby Red trilogy, which I personally really enjoyed. I thought it was funny. I really love the characters, so I'm really hoping that it has the same like kind of humor in this book that it did in her previous trilogy. The next book that I got is Love Letters to the Dead by Ava Delara. In this book, the main character receives this school assignment where she has to write letters to the dead, and the person she picks is Kurt Cobain. And the reason why she picked Kurt Cobain is because she has a younger sister who passed away the same way that he did. I've had this book on my wish list for a while now, and when I saw it on Book Outlet, I just had to get it. I'm really interested to see what happens in this book and how this whole letter thing plays out. The next book that I got is My True Love Gave to Me, and this is written by a bunch of authors, and it was edited by Stephanie Perkins, who is the author of the Anna and the French Kiss companion series. Since winter, the holidays, and Christmas is coming, this would be a perfect read to read during winter break because I have a 5-week winter break, and that's awesome, which means so much time to read, and I cannot wait to pick this book up. I remember last year everyone was reading this book during this time of the year, and I wanted to join in, but I didn't own the book, and now I do. And the last book in this package is Revenge, Ice Cream, and Other Things Best Served Cold by Katie Fitz. That was a long title. Anyways, this is the second book in Broken Hearts, Fences, and Other Things to Mend. I really enjoyed the first book. It ended on a cliffhanger, and I'm really excited to see what happens in this book. This is the first book, and this is the second book. As you can tell, there is a major cover change, and I hate it. This cover would have been fine, but this cover is so much better, and they just kind of like downgraded it. These are all the books that I bought in the month of November. I hope you guys enjoyed this book haul. If you've read any of these books, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!